Jay Sri Radheshyam and welcome. In the path of Bhakti, we must be honest. Sadly, all the main problems in all the sects, not only in Bhakti but all around yoga and religions and cults, are coming out of not sincerity in the heart of the practitioners. They can be Freemasons, Rosacruz, from Golden Dawn, Gaudiya Vaishnavism, Tantrists, Shakta, Shaivist, Buddhist, etc. If there is not honesty in the heart, then there is not possibilities for growing. Namaste Guru Devaya Sarvasiddhi Pradayane Sarvamagala Rupaya Sarvananda Vidyayane. If we are not honest in the Bhakti path, then others with foolish minds will be fooled by. If the leaders are cheaters, it is not that the consciousness can attract what is in the same frequency. Let's say I like rock music. It is not that I will start hanging out with people who likes rock music. Let's say somebody likes techno music. It is not that he will participate in rave culture. He will have ravers friends, yes or not? If somebody likes to smoke marijuana, tell me it's not true that he will have friends who smoke marijuana as well. Because on a very subtle level, we are attracting the kind of frequency that we are vibrating in. That's why when we play music, or the ones who, to say, play piano or harmonium, they truly know when the key is wrong. Something sounds wrong. Something is not harmonic. Something is not happening there. In the Western scales, we see the kind of chords, 2, 3, 4, or 5 keys at the same time. If all of them are in the right tune, are in the same frequency, they will sound good, nice. But if they are on the ground key, it will sound dissonant, ground, noisy. Even people who haven't been studying music can hear something is not matching here, something is wrong, out of tune. That's why in Western culture, sadly, we have this culture of auto-tune in music. I know something about music. In Indian ragas, we have something similar. Even we don't work with chords. We work with scales. So scales have certain kind of voices or keys that working together, they will produce a beautiful harmony with a sensation, feeling, bath, etc. So in the same way, we are attracting and connecting and staying with the kind of people who is like us. If a leader is a cheater, the disciples will be cheaters. Swami Bhaktivedanta said something or wrote something quite interesting that I read over 20 years ago. I remember some of his quotes that are truly brilliant. He said, cheaters will be cheated, period. And I truly believe that, and I see that, sadly, on daily basis. So what we have here is a conversation with, actually I can say a brother from America. I will not say the name or show his Instagram icon profile. I hide that for respect and to avoid any kind of bullying or offenses that people can do against him. So we are speaking in this video, in this conversation about Sri Radharaman Sharandastev, where I expressed to him that I was looking for this parivar of Radharaman all my life, my whole life. From very beginning, I was looking to have this kind of Guru Parampara composed by Siddhas, realized souls who can transmit such immense power through the mantra dikshas that are coming from their lineage. That's why since a very small kid I was meditating, and my meditation mainly were in scenarios like Himalayas, imagining those kind of sadhus on the caves, or like Mahadev Shiva in the Kailash meditating, very powerful, so much Shakti power. So my whole life, from South America to Europe and all around the world, I was looking for that. I was following different kind of Vaishnav, Gaudiyas, Hare Krishnas movements, different gurus, but I never found the thing that was in my heart, those siddhas, pure devotees, real pure devotees. So at one moment I truly believe that this is only imagination, that this is not really happening. And if it will happen, it will be out of my own effort to become something like that, But actually we're not any sect that can offer me something like that. And even living in Radhakund and in Vrindavan, there were a couple of years that I felt like that. I visit so many places, so many ashrams, so many gurus. I hear them, kata. I study them. I saw them, how they act in front of men, how they act in front of women, how they act when they're alone, what kind of things say. I was recording all this and studying, because Shastras are telling very clear how a true realized soul is acting. Then I walk away from every single place. And in one night, well, it was around 7 p.m. I was walking in Vrindavan doing parikram. And, well, it's not problem to accept the good emotions or the bad emotions as well, or the constructive moments that we are crossing, or destructive ones. I have not fear to accept my faults or to see my golden areas as well. So I was crying at that moment, and I was crying and saying, Radharani, I am in your land, Vrindavan, at least by name. I left everything in Europe, a good career, good house, good bank incoming, money coming. I was living very good. I had so much fun, friends, and everything I want. It was available for me. Going deeper on my astrological signs, to be living in Europe and in Finland especially was a place of wealth and pleasure. And it was happening. I have been leaving everything, Radharani, to come here, to take shelter to the lotus feet of your Shyam and you. But I have failed to find the real sadhus, the real gurus who have been giving their life and showing with example, no example only for the picture and wrote in the books, because in the shadows, behind doors, they act different. They take their clothes and they are totally different person. I'm not looking for clowns or actors or people who is hallucinating things. I'm looking for real sadhus, how it can be so difficult. And I was walking in the parikram. At that time I was doing japa, walking, grunting, but I had no education really. Nobody has the education to teach me how the real things are and what the ground things are. Walking japa is not. Hari Bhakti Vilas said so. But anyways, I was walking and doing japa and crying at the same time. And I crossed in front of ISKCON and all the newcomers there jumping and doing show and buying things. And I look and I stopped there in front of the entrance where is the Samadhi of Swami Bhaktivedanta. And I say, I remember those times that I was feeling like happy and protected, and I felt like I found the truth, But yes, I was under 20 years old, very ignorant on the Gaudiya philosophy. So it was easy to think like that, illusion. I started growing, I started studying, and I realized more and more things and more things. My eyes were never closed and will never be, because a devotee must to have the eyes to see the good and bad. And I realized that I was involved in so many cheaters, around so many cheaters, dressed in saffron or with the title of gurus, or in white as well. And I was sad on that. And while walking and crying, what a pathetic kind of image. But Radharani is so merciful. And she from inside my heart, I was walking, crossing there, and then about 200 or 300 meters from there, I looked to the right side, to the left side walking, and there was a door, rusty white door, not entrance, no shiny lights, no colors, no show, no nothing, just a door half open and nothing. I never saw that door. I never seen anybody coming out or in from that place. And I came inside. I said, what is this? Like some cat spirit came from inside me and say, let's go to see what is this. I came inside. 50 meters after, I looked to the left side. Once I entered that gate, in the entrance of that gate, I looked and there is like a white mandir temple, very beautiful. And I was thinking, wow, what is this? I never seen. It's like so hidden. I want to know. Maybe they will say, you rascal, go out or something, whatever. I don't care. I will go out, no problem. And I walked there. And I come inside the doors of the mandir. And the arti started in that moment. Boom, boom, dan, 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 and one big bell. Gang, 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 gang. And the doors open. Boom! Nitai Gauranga, Giridhari, Radha Giridhari in the center. And I was like, wow! really like, wow! And I went to the side, the sadhus, only Babajis, only sannyasis, Gaudiya Sannyasi, renunciants went there and were in one side all together, and I stand behind them and they are starting chanting, and I realize, what is this song? They're chanting some kirtan song, but I don't know what is this song. Some Hare Krishna they say, but I tried to say Hare Krishna and it was not in the right place. It's like, what's strange? What is this kirtan? Anyways, the energy was very beautiful. They start dancing between them and very high power, very powerful. I was like, my heart was pumping. Bum, 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 bum. Looking there, the deity. And one Nitai Gauranga, extremely beautiful, big size. Wow! Even I think on this story and this experience, and I have shivers. I feel. And the kirtan stopped after 40 minutes, something like that. That we even did a parikram on the mandir, around the mandir. And then everybody get inside and. The kirtan was over, and then one devotee came to me and started speaking in Bangla. I say, I don't speak Bangla. Say English, yes. And he started speaking me in English, kind of, yeah. And he say, so are you from where? I say, I am living in Brindavan. Which parivar? And I say, well, I am following Nityananda Parivar, but in somehow I am disconnected from my previous guru and kind of lineage. I am kind of now in some kind of limbo, searching. Previous to this experience, did you know that Krishna played the chess in such an expert way when he wants to win you? So previously I was studying many books on different sadhus. And this is one of the things that I love to, is to study the life of the Siddhas. Not only Gaudiyas, all Vaishnavas, all yogis, tantric yogis, etc. All of them, I love them all. I give my pranams 1,000 times to all of them, to their lotus feet, for their power to give their life to the truth, as Krishna has been manifesting to them. And while we were speaking, I started looking the pictures that they have hanging from the walls, and one over the next picture, and I saw all the pictures and identified, this is Radha Ramancharan Das, this is Lalita Shaki, and this is Gaurangas Baba, and this is Ramdas Baba. I say, I know all these masters, they're all Siddhas. And the devotee smile looking at me with surprise and say, yes. I say, wow, it's so beautiful that your lineage is worshipping all these sadhus. They are so spectacular. And the devotees say, actually, all those sadhus are our lineage, our Guru Parampara. And when he said that, I realized that there was actually a living succession disciple, Guru Parampara, Mantra Diksha disciples of Radharaman Sharan. That was my dream, actually, to even being connected to them at some point. But I didn't know that the lineage is alive and is here, actually. And I stand there without words, just looking the pictures and looking the Baba who was in front of me. That actually he had at that moment a tilak like mine, but I have different tilak, more kind of typical tilak, in white, in black color. And actually, parenthesis, the very black tilak of Radhakunda is not Radhakund tilak. This is the mod of Radhakunda or Shyamakunda, and they put paint to make it super black. This is a big secret that they were revealed to me in the ashram of one very famous Babaji who used a very black tilak. And I said, how he get this black tilak? I live in Radhakund, I never found this. Say, no, we are mixing paint and sugar. Krishna, what is that? Oh, well, anyways. So I look at the Baba and I look his tilak and I was like, wow, that tilak is mind-blowing. Honestly saying, that tilak is so beautiful. I was like, I want to have that tilak. And he started explaining to me about the sadhus and the lineage and the parampara and who was Radharaman. I had the memory of reading his story and all his miracles and incredible things, By the way, Swami Bhaktivedanta, and I quote Swami Bhaktivedanta quite a lot today because I'm speaking in English and many normally Westerns will hear many of these English lectures or kata or how you want to call it. Swami Bhaktivedanta in two times, being in Calcutta, another time he was somewhere, I think in India. One time he said that there was a big devotee who cured Jagannath Puri from cholera disease. People in Jagannath Puri were dying in the streets. It was a terrible epidemic. And with the power of the Harinama, this devotee did kirtan day over day, and he destroyed the pandemic in Jagannath Puri. For some reason, Swami Bhaktivedanta didn't give the name of this sadhu. Actually, this sadhu was Radharaman Sharan Dasdev, my Shri Gurudev. Radharaman did that. Was the pandemic in Puri? Everybody was dying. Was a terrible crisis. People running away from Puri. Puri was in quarantine. Temple Brahmins in Jagannath Puri don't know what to do. No temple has any yagya, any power to do anything about this. Doctors give up what to do. It's just everybody will die. We will have to start from zero, kind of. And Radharaman say, I will not let this happen. And he said to all his army of Vaishnavas, sadhus, he say, everybody get up, take Mirdankam, take Kartalals, take Jayo, and let's go to the street. Let's fight this demon. And Radharaman won the war. It was after 1 week or so that the pandemic stops. And it was so spectacular that in front of the door of the ashram of Bhade Baba was the demon of the pandemic in presence. She appeared in front of him and everybody saw it. And everybody say, who is that demon? Who is this horrible creature? And Bhade Baba said, this is the pandemic. This is the incarnation of the pandemic. And from here, I take him, her out of our Puridam. And after some mantras and some things, vanish. Pandemic over in Puri. Swami Bhaktivedanta told half of this story, but didn't tell the name. This was Radharaman Charandas Dev. In Calcutta, another pandemic was there. Horror pandemic, same situation, everybody devastated, doctors can't do anything. Everything was destroyed, people dying by hundreds per day, hundreds or thousands. Hospitals can't hold anybody else. So it was a horrible situation. And what happened? Swami Bhaktivedanta told this story. One sadhu went with the Harinam walking to the street, through the street. Why? Everybody was hiding, by the way. But this sadhu and his group, his army of devotees of Nitai, stand against this demon of the pandemic. And they walk all over Kolkata streets, here and there, here and there, here and there, in every corner, Harinam Kirtanam, Harinam Kirtanam, Harinam Kirtanam, non-stop. And they defeat the pandemic. They recover Kolkata, and this was over. Everybody understood this is a miracle of the Harinam and the power of that Siddha Mahatma. Who was that Siddha Mahatma? One more time. The disciple of Radharaman Charandas Dev, Shri Shri Namacharya Ramdas Babaji Maharaj. We say Namacharya because he was Nama Acharya, literally. Who can do that out of just Hari Kirtan? Only Siddhas can do that. So I remember all these stories, and I saw in that ashram, that temple, all the picture, and I was like really have shivers in me, like thinking, wow, is a parampara like this? And I thought, will they ever accept me and shelter me with this kind of Mahatmas? Do I have any chance? So from that time, I accept in my heart to Radharaman Charandas Dev as my Gurudev, because I realize this is possible. It's not only the story of an incredible super Siddha Mahatma, we call Mahapurush, in Navadvip is called Siddha Mahapurush, that there are Nitya Siddhas who are above the normal. They are like divine incarnations. Some part of the divinity of Krishna is there. So Radharaman is the expansion of Nityananda Mahaprabhu. There's no doubt on this. If somebody wants proofs, I can give all the proofs. But we don't worship Radharaman, of course, as Nityananda, because he was against that. He said Nityananda must be worshipped as Nityananda, and Gauranga, and Radheshyam. Radharaman always was in the position of a devotee. That, of course, it is a devotee, but he never accepted any worship as a divine incarnation. So I say this story, and I speaking that I was waiting for Radharaman Charandas Dev and their lineage all my life. I was looking for this until I found it. And there in purple up, it reads all my life. That is my final line there. This devotee from America said, Grow, I feel this way too. Ever since I have seen him as my Nitai chanting is effortless. If I am doing something other than chanting, I am just thinking, Nitai Gaur Radheshyam, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, and hoping for a time to sit and do my sadhana. This is the power when you get shelter or you accept this superior level of Gaudiyas or Gurus, Masters. Then from inside, the feeling of doing sadhana japa and go deeper and deeper and deeper in the Nam is coming. And I can say this not only by proving this chat from Instagram, but by my own experience. Before, I never had that experience that I want to sit in my sadhana and start japping, and the time goes, and japa. Never. But now I feel to do that, not by imposition that I have to do, but by love. Something is inside that say, enjoy this. Hare Krishna, Krishna. and it's like nectar coming more and more and more. But that is only happening by the grace of the Kripa of Sri Gurudev. When Sri Gurudev have been a Bhajananandi, when Sri Gurudev have been somebody who is immersed in the Nam only. The next comment reads, you will get so many hate comments, but this is good when I think about it. I do love Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gaudiya Vaishnavism because they brought me to Bade Baba, Radha Raman Sharandas Dev. This is the real reason for their hate message. It is just they are embarrassed that they have been fooled on a subject so important. And this is the bottom line on all the hate that people can throw against me on social media, etc. It's because I have been showing them by pramana, by proofs, by truth, that they have been fooled with so many lies, layers and layers of lies. So, as a natural answer, it is called in psychology mental defense or psychological defense. In order to not fail like a tower under a dynamite explosion, that they will start failing, they need to deny absolutely everything and just insult back, because they have nothing real to say or to answer. So the only answer possible is just the insults. Sahajiya, Apa Sampradaya, Apa Siddhanta, etc. But it's all fake. And I have been showing everybody clearly that Bhagavata Parampara is Apa Siddhanta. This is only happening in Advaita, some Advaiting philosophies, impersonalist philosophies. They have this idea that some celestial creatures can bless them and give them mantra. But the real Gaudiya Vaishnavism is not like that. And if you study other lines of Gaudiya or of Vaishnavism, you will see also they have guru disciple. They are not jumping on time, flying over time, on these kind of things. No, they take it very clear and very serious, because this is the only way to prove that one guru is bona fide is when he has a real guru. Otherwise, as I say in my previous video, I can create any story and some naive people will start buying the trash, buying that bull. Shh, you understand? So that's why some people is really attacking, because they have nothing to say. They have no proof. And when they are showing something, I can show right away proof that that is wrong. One person here on YouTube said, actually we all know in ISKCON that Swami Bhaktivedanta was poison. We know that. Indian person. It's like saying that I am not showing any truth, anything new. They know everything. And I answer, so are your community planning to jail those criminals who killed your guru, Swami Bhaktivedanta? No answer. It's a blessing in disguise. It is just unfortunate that the whole movement won't adapt, because then it means to say that some lies were told on their side. Yeah. Some people is very comfy to go to the Sunday feast to eat, and that is all the spirituality they can develop, so they will not accept, they will not change anything. Some people are very comfy with those Sunday feast followers because of the donation. They have house, they have food, they have everything set up. Even the ones who have been getting even more, they can fly in to other countries to do preachings and stuff. They are very comfy in that position. So of course, that people who is not looking for Krishna, actually, they are looking only for gratification in the world. Because remember that the Shastras are telling clearly that pratishta, the ego or the feeling of being important, is even more strong than the lust for sexual intercourse. Desires for eating and for sense gratifications are less powerful, less strong than pratishta, than the ego. So when somebody is so powerful and people is giving pranams in the streets to them, you will not change them. If they are not honest enough to say, yeah, we have been cheating, we are lying, this philosophy is half-cooked, it's not true, we have to accept the real thing. If they don't have that power, that spirit of truth inside them, they will just be comfy with their material pleasures. This is very right. And where we see this, we see in the story of Prabodhananda Saraswati and Gauranga. Prakashananda Saraswati, previous Gauranga, Mahaprabhu meeting, he was a big sannyas with over 1,000 sannyas and thousands of followers, the biggest of the sannyas impersonalists in Varanasi. But when he met Gauranga, to all his pratishtha, all his power, achievements, Sanskrit scholar, guru, he said Gauranga is supreme. And he left Advaita philosophy and he took shelter at the feet of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This is a real guru. If you realize something superior, you surrender to that. But for normal people, Kali Yuga, forget about this. So the only change will be inside. I cannot change the full institution or groups, or I cannot change other people actually. I only can change myself and to be better and better and better. And sooner or later, I will achieve Siddha. I will become a perfect Gaudiya Vaishnava as a perfect servant of Sri Sri Nitai Gauranga Radheshyam. So please be enthusiastic still about your seva to Bade Baba. I feel very connected to him because of your efforts to preach this message in English. Well, thank you. If I have been inspiring anybody with my work and my efforts, then the work is successful. I believe so. There are other tolerant and understanding devotees that will receive the vital medicine as I have. They are mature devotees because they have been associating with Srinam Prabhu for so many decades in this body. I wish so. That was exactly my story. So many years in Maya, in Seva, in Maya, in Seva, etc. But always with Nam Prabhu, until I realized that something must to be done in this very life. I cannot wait to die and to next life maybe I will do one step further. No, I have to do all the steps here. Master Jesus was very right. Actually, it's only one life. Forget about reincarnation. Reincarnation exists, yes, but forget about that. You know why? Because you have only this time. Vijay Krishna Goswami, Siddha Mahapurush, incarnation of Advaita Chandra, said, the human soul, the soul incarnate as a human, who is not able or not willing to step forward in their spiritual life, but they are just staying in the pleasure of the comfort of what they have, that's enough. They will must to come back to the 8.4 lakhs of creatures, of living entities, and start the process again. This is something I was very surprised when I realized. If a Siddha Mahapurush said, it's true. As the things that Sri Radha Sharananda Dev said, there is truth. Because they are not only Nitya Siddhas, they are Siddha Mahapurush. They are incarnation of the Supreme. So, if you are not willing to go further, knowing that there is something more that you can do, you will have to go all the way back to the start of the evolution. You will have to live 8,400,000 different lives until you get again as a human being. So now, brothers and sisters, now is the moment to step further. And I really wish that everyone who is interested in to keep growing and to keep learning, open books, ask to different acharyas, different devotees who know the things, and start going deeper in the Gaudiya philosophy. I am pretty sure about one thing, about a few very tattvas. But one of the things is that the contemporary philosophy, Gaudiya, that is being preached everywhere is just a neo-Vaishnavism. It's not the original thing. For seeing and understanding the original, the real philosophy of Gauranga, the one that, by the way, has the power to transform, is only the original. If you change the things, it will not work. Maybe you can build a temple, make money, to be married, etc., but you are not getting prem. You are not getting darshan. You are not getting nam. You are not getting anything real. It's only superficial. It's only in the skin. That will not help. That will not help you move forward. So you have to go to the original lines, the purest of the lines from Gauranga Mahaprabhu, from Nityananda, from Gadadhar Prabhu, from Srivas, from Jiva Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan. From the original lines you have to go. There are 64 paribars. Maybe the 64 are still very pure and very clean, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know exactly all of the gurus and the lineage and their business. I don't know about that. What I know is what I choose by studying. Yeah, but you can choose any of the 64 lineages that are coming from Gauranga Mahaprabhu through their expansions and the master that came after him, and you can choose one of them and study them. Choose what is best fit for you, because of course you need some chemistry also with the parivar, with the gurus and the lineage and the story, the history, and surrender to that and start walking the true path of Gauranga. Study the Shastras and see there in the Shastras, Mahamantra Hare Krishna does not exist. It's only Japa Mahamantra and Kirtan of Harinam, Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai Jai, Radharamana Hari, Govinda Jai Jai, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshaman, Krishna Krishna Hey, Krishna Krishna Panimam. All those kind of Harinam Kirtanas exist on the Shastras. This is what we have to take. If you take anything new, reform, new creations, is okay. Maybe it will be easy to understand, easy to do, but no results. Because see the examples. Where are the results? Tell me. From those neo ideas, is any Siddha Mahatma? Anybody achieve Siddha? Anybody can sit in their asan the whole day doing jap nam, jap nam, jap nam, without showing, without flying, without bank accounts and all the trash from material world? Any of them can do? Nobody. I haven't seen one, and you haven't seen one, I am sure, because if it exists, I know. And if it exists and I don't know, let me know. If somebody's not doing a show, a character, the preaching is the most important. No, it's not the most important. The most important is that you achieve the lotus feet of Nitai Gaudiya Radheshyam. This is the most important. Do that and then preach when you have power. Otherwise, what you can give if you don't understand anything? What they can give if they don't understand the real philosophy of Gauranga? What they can preach? That is only business, brother and sister. Muslims are doing the same. They don't think. Still they are preaching. Christians, half-cooked philosophy. Know the real Christian Siddhanta or philosophy of Jesus. Still, they are making big business. So, time to wake up. Mahavira Radharaman Ki Jai, Jai Nitai Gaur, Jai Jai Sri Radheshyam. By the way, I hope I am not insulting anybody. I am telling truth. This channel is for truth. This channel is not a preaching channel. I don't care about preachers. I don't like preachers. I am not a preacher. I'm just speaking truth. Esoteric Gaudiya Vaishnavism. This is what you will extract from the Granthas and the Shastras. Have a blessed day or night. Radheshyam.
Radheshyam.